Hello peasants, from your small pea-headed man. I really regret cutting all my hair off because now I'm at this stage where I'm trying to grow it back and I look like a pea head. Just out on a walk with me big humongous Humalaga friend Ripley, which come here Ripples, got ya. I know, you got to see her face. Look at this face. Isn't Ripley a suitable name? Look at all these ripples. She's a real sweetheart. Been with her for like 3 weeks. She's just the sweetest girl. Yeah, this is like a prelude to a video I'm going to do later. Wi-Fi Fantasy Tactics, which we just got a remaster trailer of, is more relevant today than ever. And as I was thinking in my mind, because I've talked about taking the wheels off the channel and what I talk about, I'm going to get political. I'm just doing this video to say there'll be a lot of stuff showing up on this channel, and if, like, historically I've seen people want to show up, I mean, you're more than welcome to say, oh, you shouldn't talk about political things, it should be left away from games. Games are a safe haven from all that nonsense. I don't agree. I've never agreed. I don't feel that way. I think games are actually relevant, very relevant to IRL, real world situations and ongoings, and just this mentality that there's a separation, people getting all triggered. I don't come to listen to you for this kind of stuff, Pez. I just want to say in the nicest way possible, I truly don't give a shit. I truly don't. Especially at this stage, like I said, I'm coming back to do exactly what I think and feel, and have really no rules or limitations around that. But specifically because what I will be talking about, because this is what tactics talks about, how the powers to be come to be the powers that be, how they maintain it. Yeah, like I said in my reaction video, class warfare, how governments basically pretend to give the people what they want, but what they actually do is they just create and perpetuate masses' insecurities and then take advantage of the perpetuation that they cultivated. And we're seeing that play out in real time. Not only that, but I think the world's going to war. I don't know if anyone else is sort of seeing the number of countries that are starting to militarize, consider conscription, saying that in a very short time frame they've got to up. I mean, this is the UK. They've just said we need to up our military game tenfold. We need to become a lethal fighting force. And yeah, a few other stress test events in Europe and other parts of the world starts making you question, what is it that they know? What do they know that we don't know? So yeah, I mean, tactics covers all of these things. Oh, and we just had the fallout, the nuclear fallout, which I called this well over a year ago. I said this would happen. The prophecy of the Trump and Elon fallout is coming to fruition in real time. Trump undermined Elon, and now Elon's just come out and posted an absolute tirade against Trump, including him being on the Epstein files. I'll just be very clear, Elon is a drug-addled criminal at this point. Anyone who's still riding the Elon is a genius here to save humanity, I don't know what to tell you, you're an idiot. The same for if you still think that about Trump. You won't take that, anyone who still believes that, from a guy like me, because quite frankly you won't listen to anyone else. You won't listen to history. You won't even listen to objective reality playing out in front of you. You are the masters of your own deception and deceit, and nothing will sway you from the place you're on. But there's a reason why this fallout has happened, and if you simply put the dots together, you'll come to the conclusion that yeah, they're both criminals who have done a tremendous, irreversible amount of damage to Western democracy as a whole. And yeah, they're both egomaniacs on a power trip. And if anyone thought that that was going to be a long-lasting, sustainable relationship, I'll just tell you, you weren't reading the writing on the wall. So yeah, kind of loving the fallout. But yeah, that point about people deceiving themselves, it's crazy to see how many right-wingers are now coming out and saying, no, actually, you see, what this fallout is actually super genius 5D chess that they're both playing. They actually still love each other. What they're doing is they're doing this intentionally. It's a ruse. It's a higher level of tactics that us minions, we're only here playing 3D chess, they're up here on 5D. We're not smart enough to understand. My guys, to lose your mind and sell your morality down the river to these two was mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. And you know, there's been a lot of Trump voting regrets coming out. I will say I kind of have a little bit of empathy, though that's kind of been exhausted, because you had the first 4 years, the first term, to see what this guy truly was about. You chose not to see it, so voting a second time around, there's a lot of people who now regret their decision. And so I'm like, okay, you thought you were still voting for the lesser of two evils. I mean, the Democratic Party absolutely fucking sucks, just to be clear. But, you know, I can understand somewhat. But for those people who are still on the train of, no, best vote ever, he's doing exactly what I wanted, there's no other way to say it, but you voted based on hatred. You voted based on hatred. You voted because you wanted to see particular groups of society, often the marginalised minorities, and you wanted to see your political, ideological opponents, the left, you wanted to see them owned, pwned, wrecked. And that's all you cared about. There's a bug on my camera. Yeah, be gone, bug. And you didn't care about the cost, as long as they got owned. As long as they had their freedoms taken away, you didn't care about freedom of speech, you didn't care in America, the Constitution. I'm going to go back over here because these cars are super noisy. That was your main priority, even though you know, the laws and the democratic principles that protect even those people you massively disagree with are the same ones that protect you. You didn't care. And for individuals like that, and there are multiple characters like this in tactics who show up, who Ramsar has to confront with. You know, he talks about, you know, there being no justice in that kind of mentality, and you get, you know, people talk about the means justifying the ends, and I think even some of Ramsar's own blood, is it like his brothers, saying like, you detest and you look down and you shame me for the actions that I've taken, but the actions I've taken are the very things that have carved a path for you. And I suppose that's the only upside to this absolutely disastrous place we're in right now, is that everything is rhythmic. Oh god, now there's a helicopter. Everything has an in-tide, an out-tide. With every contraction, which is what we're experiencing now as a species, a contraction of our progress, these things often then lead to expansion, and the polarized opposite. So this may be leading to something. I don't see what, and between here and that something, don't realize just how catastrophic the Armageddon might be. Yeah, fuck Elon and fuck Trump, and people now trying to melt down because you're obviously dick riding both of them so hard that now you're like, oh, I don't know who to support. Oh, I just don't know. I don't know. Oh, who's in the wrong? Who's in the right? What if they're both super geniuses and they're doing this intentionally? The answer is none of the above. It's never been any of the above. You're just a fucking idiot if you ever fell for the ruse that these two played. They played you. They played everyone. They hijacked the social media sphere. Trump was a master manipulator on one end. Elon quite literally bought a social media space. And within that, they cultivated, manipulated, metastasized. Well, that's a good word. I've come back over to the road for some reason. Metastasized the public square, conversation square, and a scary number fell right into it, hook, line and sinker, and it's nothing but an ideology of hate and greed. We're going to go out, but I know, I know you're going to pull. She likes to go sploshing in the river, so she gets really impatient. So yeah, this is more like a warning. A warning, because the next video I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go really deep into some really awesome, powerful quotes that will make this even more succinct as to how tactics was narrating on the very place that we are in. And it's kind of super inspiring, but then also, as you'll see if you come and watch this video, just how kind of terrifying it is also that, you know, whether it's a medieval fantasy game, whether it's, you know, some country on the other side of the world at any point in history, like the powers to be in the games that they play, and the same sickness that, you know, causes rot at the center of every piece of progress, just how prolifically it's shown up again and again, and it has the same rhythms, it has the same methodology, and it's just crazy that we've gone through it time and time again, and we don't seem to be learning. We don't seem to be learning from history. We certainly don't seem to be any better at spotting it. And I don't think that's just like a human condition thing. Like, oh, we're just not good at spotting the signs of fascism and authoritarianism and decadence, just moral decadence as it's coming. No, it's intentional. It's crafted that way. That is an intentionally flowed out, shaped, formed part of how we got here. There's no coincidences or accidents about it. And yeah, I think that this kind of subject right now is super, super important for all of us to engage with. I know some people do just want to switch off, and that's your prerogative. Don't watch the videos, you know. The title shows what this is about. Just don't watch it. You know, my sister, she doesn't want to know anything about anything that's going on in the world, because she's like, it just doesn't make me feel good. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, it's fine. It's just a good thing that there's a lot of other people in the world that will care about those things on your behalf. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a luxury to not care about these things, quite frankly. Because if no one did care about these things, the world will eventually shove it under your nose to the point where it's no longer optional. You're forced to care about it. And we are stepping into that stage now. So that's why I'm going to step into this arena. And yeah, you know what? Let's have a healthy, lively debate about it. Why the fuck not? Right. Laters, guys.